see in front of you is a pair of genuine 1968 issue DPM trousers used by the British forces. These are absolutely quality. I'm so lucky to find a pair that's actually brand new, unissued, never been used. And to be honest, everything is perfect. The only small, very, very, very small problem is the zip on the fly. And all it is some of the paint's come away. But it's nothing. It really isn't nothing at all. What you get is absolute quality. I got off a guy off eBay, a guy called Dave, and he sent me quite a nice email accompany the trousers, because I said to him what I might try and do is to do a video on these, because I haven't seen one video on all of YouTube about 1968 pattern DPM trousers. So I thought, okay, but to be honest, I don't know nothing about it. All I know by looking at the pictures at the time was it seems really, really good quality kit. And thanks to Dave, he's actually sent me an email, as I said, and what I'm going to do is try to read it out to you, what is actually said. It goes as follows. The 68 pattern number 8 field dress uniform was the last quality field uniform issued to the British Armed Forces. It was British tailored and followed the traditional high-waisted cavalry cut of earlier uniforms. This ensured braces could be comfortably worn and that a generous overlap between the jacket and trousers was achieved to prevent cold spots. So basically what that's saying is when it's cold and you're bending over, what tends to happen these days is the small of your back is exposed. You know, whether you've got a norgie on or whatever, whether it's tucked in the trousers, whether it's not. 9 times out of 10, if you're bending over, stretching, you're going to be exposing some parts of your body to the cold. Now, if you can see here, by the crotch to the top, it's a very, very, very long fly. And there's my arm comparison. So the bottom line is this top here actually goes around your waist, and not many people know this, believe it or not, but your waist is actually where your belly button is. And most of us in this day and age wear our trousers on our hips, so these do look like proper, you know, right up to your ribcage sort of stuff. It's there for a reason. You know, this is serious kit for serious people. It's not a fashion parade, you know. You might look a bit silly, but my God, who cares? You're going to be so glad you're wearing something like this because you've got that extra protection. So let's read on with the email. Let's see what we got here. The 68 pattern uniform was issued from about 1972 to replace the camouflage 60 pattern uniform, the so-called 66 pattern, after the year it was first issued. At the time, it was a cost-effective cutting exercise. The 1968 pattern uniform was issued until 1984, undergoing a slight revision in around 1974 to improve the colour fastness of dyes used and slightly reduce the tailored fit. The 1968 pattern uniform was designed for the North European plains, and experience in the Falklands campaign demonstrated the need for a more lightweight, quicker drying and windproof uniform. The first attempt at replacing the 68 pattern uniform was the disastrous 1984 pattern, which was poorly tailored and wore out quickly. Supplies of the 68 pattern uniform weren't fully expanded until the early 90s, so it wasn't unusual to find soldiers in the mix and match uniforms until the early 90s, particularly as the 68 pattern uniform was far superior to the 85, 95 and 2000 pattern issue kit which replaced it. So that really says a lot, to be honest, and it's not to actually look at it with your own eyes and feel it and go over it, then, you know, this is unbelievable, to be blooming frank with you guys, you know, it really, really is. The email carries on. British military uniform sizing is a bit weird and doesn't convert directly to civilian sizing, as some of us know. This is a consequence of NATO rationalisation. Metric sizing was adopted in place of the previous metric sizing, which is still the case today. So basically what that's saying is you might need to adjust some of this. I mean, personally, this is a number 8 size, and it's all changed now. I mean, my size is, what is it, 180, 104 for a top. Trousers are a different story. Let me show them a bit close up of the old ticket there. Well, there you can see it's all the genuine article there. Pause the screen if you need some more information on this. Well, once you've got the crutch laid out there, where it's pretty much level, you can see this is tapered around the back. So as I said earlier in the video, all it's going to do is just protect your kidneys, etc. from the winds. You know, this is for cold weather use. So you know what it's like, you bend down to, I don't know, pick something off the floor, and you know your trousers go down a little bit and expose on my back. It's no good. It's no good, especially when it's proper cold, you know. So I just love that design there, the thought for it, you know. Right, this is the back side view, as it were. We have these as well, the buttons on there. So if you are out in the field and you're doing excessive amounts of physical manual work, you're going to be losing some weight. Now, I've personally spoke to guys who have been on tour more recently in Iraq, and you know, before they went on their tours, there was X amount of stone, and after a few tours, X amount of stone vanished, gone completely. So when you're out there, the last thing you want is your trousers falling down. So, like most combats, I suppose, you will get some buttons on there so you can actually reduce the width. Very, very cool. And I just prefer it when it's actually buttons that are sewn on rather than anything else. And there's one thing that I love about these trousers over anything else. There is not one single piece of Velcro. Not one piece of bloody noisy Velcro which could fail under pressure or stress. It's wicked. Buttons, mate, spot on. And let's have a look, a bit more detail of the pockets themselves. Well, this is the rear pocket. As you see, there's no flap that goes over the top, which is cool, I think, because if you think about it, where these trousers ride up high, your smock is going to be down this area, so it's just going to be covered anyway. So if you need to get something out your back pocket quickly, you haven't got any flaps, you just undo it straight in. And it is quite a generous size. Obviously you can fit your whole hand in there. And I'll tell you what, we might as well get some measurements. Look at that, it's 8 inches deep by 7 inches wide. So a nice generous pocket there to chuck in what you want. Probably a notepad right in the rain would go, something like that, because it's nice and flat. You don't want something like a field dressing in your ass, it's not good. And on the front pocket, this is on the right hand side, just above your thigh area. That is pretty neat actually. I should imagine in this day and age a smartphone or cell phone will go in there pretty easy. And you know, the same thing again, you haven't got the flaps over the top of it, so it's literally undo. And this is actually pleated as well, so you can fit a bulkier item in there. I'm not really sure what the purpose was at. Maybe that was a field dressing back in the day, because that's a good position to put something like that. Or maybe a folding knife that's not too bad a size. That will just go in there. That's a Recon one, cold steel Tanto by the way, it's my EDC. Let's put that to one side. So for the pocket size, you've got 7 inches deep again and 4 inches wide. And because it's being pleated, it's a strange one because it's quite narrow there, but it's quite bulky on the inside. So I'm not sure, I should imagine something soft went in there, because if it was something tough or hard you wouldn't get it in that top entrance. And on the same side, just above the pocket we just looked at, is the standard pockets really. Now these are pretty cool. You can fit loads in there, it's massive. Let's just get the tape measure out and see what sort of size this is. Right, we're going to put our finger right into the corner, which is at that point there. My goodness, look at that. That goes right up, and this goes to the top. So that is a foot long. That is 12 inches. That's what she said. Yeah, whatever. And it goes in this sort of shape here. So it's rounded, which is good. So it's easy to get things in and out. It's nothing worse than having them pockets when they're straight. You know, things and stuff get trapped in the corners and all the rest of it. So the design just goes round like this, and it goes round, comes off, and then comes straight up, right away up to the top there. So you've got a massive, generous stow pocket really, and also you've got leg pockets, side pockets, obviously one on each leg. We want to see what it's like inside. Again, these ones have got flaps on because these are at a lower down position, so they're more exposed, so you haven't got your smock cover on the top, so you're going to need the little the rain flap pretty much to stop all rain and rubble stuff getting in there. So we should measure these to see what sort of size you get on these. 9 inches deep by 8 inches wide, but unusually these are not pleated and they're not raised. It's just a flat pocket. So it's not, I wouldn't have thought, the best of ideas. Mind you, there's compromises now I think about it. You're not going to be able to get a lot of kit in there that comes upwards like we have on modern day trousers. But on the positive side, it's a lot flatter, so it's going to stop these getting snagged as you go past doorways, buildings, fences, woodland, etc. I mean, you name your obstacle pretty much. So there's a plus to that, I suppose. And obviously for the main part is the fly, which is a nice, pretty well made zip actually. It's very, very sturdy, and it's metal. It's none of that plastic stuff, you know, what you get these days. And the stitching's pretty much really, really spot on, to be honest. Let's see, the measurement wise, it's quite a long fly, mate. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's go on at 10 inches. So that is more than ample. So there's nothing worse than a failing zip as well. And a nice, just simple shut button on there. There's no press studs, there's no Velcro, there's nothing complicated. And for me, that is one of the best things I like about these items of kit. They don't overcomplicate the design. There's no need to overcomplicate things. You know, why would you want a jacket with like 80 pockets? The chances are you're going to forget where certain things are. And to keep it simple, I mean, for me personally, if you're going to be wearing trousers, doing the things that you'll need to be doing, wearing trousers like this, just say if you're bugging out or prepping or you're in a battle or whatever, you want something that's going to be long lasting, strong and tough. You want stuff that's not going to fall apart or the stitching's going to come undone. You want something heavy and well made. You don't want, you know, you can get lightweight stuff, but the chances are it's going to rip and fall apart, you know, diving over barbed wire fences and God knows what else. And you want something nice, quick and easy to access. You can just open a button, boom, you're in there. You haven't got to fanny around with Velcro and poppers and pull cords and all the rest of it. This is my own personal opinion, guys. I mean, you know, kit is kit at the end of the day, and I just think it's a shame that good quality kit is no longer with us. You know, a lot of it's really, really cheap, mass produced. It hasn't got a long shelf life at all. Stuff like this, it's obviously built to last, and last it has, you know. And as for the width for these, it's coming at, let's have a look, 17 inches. And obviously once you've shortened the width with the buttons, it's going to come in quite shorter. In fact, let's do that now. Right, that's it. We just put the buttons on there quickly, and just to see what the difference it will be. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's get a true measurement. Well, that's going on at 15 inches. So that's quite considerable, and I should imagine you'll be glad of that once you're burning off loads of calories and losing weight. You're not going to be losing your trousers. And also backed up with good quality braces there, or suspenders, you guys call them in the States. You're not going to be losing the trousers, not going to be falling down by your waist. Well, you're not going to be able to see this, it's not going to fit in camera. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Let's have a look. So from the bottom of the hem to the bottom of the crutch is 3 feet exactly, so that is 36 inches inside leg, which is quite considerable. Now I've actually toyed with the idea of taking these up, but to be honest, all I'm going to be doing is just folding them inside themselves on top of my boots with trouser twists, or at worst an elastic band of some description. But they do actually come with some holes on the seam at the bottom there, so I should imagine you can put some paracord around there or some sort of webbing. Yeah, there's a reason why we actually cinch these to the bottom of your leg. One is to keep the heat in. You don't want all that valuable body heat just escaping right out the bottom of your trousers. And two, when they're close to your boot, it's going to stop all the nasty bugs and God knows what else, mosquitoes and Christ knows what, and ticks getting up into your legs and giving you pretty much a bad time. Because you know, you can imagine it, you're miles from anywhere and you get problems like that. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? What are you going to do? Go to the side of the track or whatever and get your first aid kit and sort yourself out? No, you're going to try and avoid it happening in the first place. I mean, there's so many guys I'll see on YouTube, you know, wearing combats and stuff, go out in the woods and all the rest of it, and they haven't got their trousers cinched around their boots. And the amount of times I hear about people saying, oh, I've got ticks, you know, I've got bitten by mosquitoes all up my legs. Well, there's a reason for that. You probably didn't know or didn't realise or couldn't be bothered to actually look after your trousers to your legs. So that's why that's done. And also these belt loops are pretty cool as well. They're nice and big, you know, on most trousers and stuff you see in this day and age. This seems to get shorter and shorter and shorter. Now, some people who have served before, when you're in barracks, you're going to be wearing a stable belt, and that's going to be perfect for something like that. So you're going to be getting from, well, I suppose the true reflection is just above the centre of the button to the inside is 8 centimetres, which is, it's a little over 3 inches. I think a 3-inch wide belt would be perfect for something like that. And again, another reason to have a wider belt on there, it's going to spread the load around your waist. It's not going to be like a small belt, like 1 inch, and it's going to be cutting into you if it's really tight. It spreads the load to make it a bit more comfortable and bearable. And back to the suspenders or the braces, you know, these are all designed not to just fall off. You know, when you had the old the clip-on metal ones, sometimes they could wear and get loose and just come straight away. Well, with 6 buttons, you're not going to be going far wrong. Yeah, and that's real leather, alright. Good quality gear. And the buttons are just going to go straight through there and fasten onto these. Let's say, I just really dig the quality of this stuff, you know. Look at that. Nice, strong, perfectly designed metal and good quality leather, and really, really strong elastic as well. And to be honest, these are genuine braces from the period, but they still retain their elasticity. It's amazing, and I'm really, really pulling at as much as I can. And there's no dust or powder residue from perishing rubber. It's as if it was, you know, just come straight out of the factory the day it was made, after all these years' time. It's incredible, it really is. And the leather work there, I'm not sure what this part of the brace is called. I don't know, a securing central clasp, I don't know. But it's, again, it's really, really well made. It's all sandwiched in there, and it's done properly. And to buy a pair of these braces, it doesn't really cost much, to be honest. I forget now, but I'll put it up on the screen now. And you know, you do get what you pay for. That's the best thing about this day and age, there's something for everyone. You know, you can get a pair of braces for £1, you can get a pair of braces for £1,000, and all in between. You know, there's something for everyone out there. And also we got these little tags here. Now there's one on the back and there's one near the front, pretty much where the braces are. Now I've got a feeling these are to secure extreme cold weather quilted liner trousers to go inside. I could be wrong, so if anyone knows the reasons why these pieces of weapon are sewn in there, put it in the comments below, because people who are interested in this sort of gear, they can look below and see all sorts of rights and wrongs and reasons, for doing this and that, and for their uses, tips, tricks, techniques. Chuck it all below, because it all helps everyone who's interested. Well, as you can see, they've been turned inside out now, and one of the things that sets these apart from most trousers, I presume, in this day and age, especially of the camouflage variety, is these are actually lined. I have a feeling that all of the material used on these trousers are 100% cotton. I don't think there's any synthetics in there. So that's also good if you're on doing operations where you don't need to generate any static. We'll leave it there. So the quality is second to none. We're moving along. Now we've got the end of the trousers, and as you can see, they're actually shorter than the outside. Now my guess is just purely guesswork. I'm suspecting that the reason why it wasn't going to the bottom is if this area gets wet, because it's not lined, it's going to dry out quicker. Obviously, the nearer you are to your boots, the more chances of your legs getting wet increase. So looking over these, I don't know where I can show you, they're actually stayed there. There's a piece of material actually holding the lining in place, so they're not going to ride up and down when you're putting your legs in and out of those. Again, it's all quality done. So I just thought I'd show you that, because I haven't seen any combat trousers that are lined like this. Well, not in this day and age anyway. Maybe in the olden days, I should imagine they all were, because they're very, very thick as well. They're extremely heavy and thick quality. It almost felt, when I was running my hands over it, I was convinced that there was a third layer in there. But after putting your hand up in there, no, there's only 2 layers of material. So it's extremely, extremely durable. So the measurement's going to be, it's not a lot for the look of it. From the bottom, yeah, you've got a 6-inch liner hem, pretty much distance there. And for the weight, in grams, look at that. 1 kilo, 174 grams, or in old money, it's £2, 9 3/4 ounces. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is quality hard use kit. So there it is. I hope you've enjoyed the overview of these vastly becoming rare quality pair of combat trousers. The fact that you can buy these for cheaper than a pair of Levi 501s says it all. So hunt them down. The size 8 is, I'll give you the measurements earlier, and obviously the lower that number, the shorter the width and the inside leg's going to be. So don't forget, roll them up over your boots. You don't have to take them up. You can just put an elastic band around there, keep all the elements out and the nasties out, and the body temperature in. So that's pretty much it. Any questions, any comments, stick them below, and if anyone can provide any more information on these trousers, feel free to post. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay funky.
Hello, mate. All right? Yeah, I'm all right. For once in my life, I've got something to say. I want to say it now, but now is today. The love has been given to grab and enjoy, so let's all grab.